Well, hey everybody, it's Tom here. Welcome back to my shop. So I'm over here cutting threaded rod to anchor my jib crane build into the concrete. I'm using my venerable 7x12 bandsaw. These are pretty common on the market. Bought this in 2004, so it's 21 years old. It's been a great saw, so no complaints on the basic saw itself. This is actually made in Taiwan. I think the newer ones are probably made in China now. And back in 2004, I bought it new for 700 bucks. And I think now they sell for twice that, right? About 1,400 or so, depending on what the name says up here, 14 to 16. Only things I've done, I did upgrade the power cord, made it longer. I've had to replace the bearings once, from coolant, and I've replaced this hydraulic cylinder once. So otherwise, great saw, but the major complaint I've got with this thing is, let me show you, it's this cheesy little thumb wheel that they've got on the end of this rod here to adjust your pressure for your hydraulic cylinder, be able to control the downfeed. I mean, it's just chintzy. They usually break. This one hadn't broke yet, but it's got a crack in it. I know you guys can't see it from where they put the set screw in. So they don't last. And then on top of that, I don't have a blackboard like Rusty Knox does, so I made a quick sketch for you. So imagine this is the knob, this is the bore that it sits on the threaded rod. Now the green is showing the way they should have done it and drilled accurately so they could split this bore so the set screw would have a nice positive engagement on the D-shaped shaft. Well, instead on mine, the red illustrates that they got it off, so on top of the knob starting to crack, it doesn't have any real good engagement on that D, and of course it doesn't stay on, and I have to use a pair of pliers. So great saw, this thing sucks. What we're going to do is we're going to build one that's appropriate, a nice thumb wheel that you can actually hold on to, because you can't get your fingers all the way around because there's not enough clearance, so you've kind of got to just mess with it. Just poor design. Nice big chunk of 6061 aluminum. We're going to make a proper thumb wheel. So that's what this project's about. Let's go over to the lathe and get started. got a fair amount to chew off here. And that ain't breaking shit, so I speed the feed rate up next pass. This ain't better. I've been playing with it a little bit. See if she'll break. Oh. We are pretty close. Give it a check. I think we got 15, about 30 more thousand to take off. I'm going to use my new JT Slocum mic that I got at the flea market. And see if I can read this without putting on some extra eyes. Maybe you guys can. From there, let's see, 50, 75. We at 780. Yeah, once you put us right, so I got to take 30 more off, so go in 15. All right, sweet. WD. Go in and clean that face slip there, so she's going to chatter a little bit. Alright, I wasn't worried about putting a radius in that corner. It's not like this is under a high stress situation. We're not going to get any stress risers, being that it's a square shoulder. Are barely in frame, but let's break these edges. Now we need to drill a 1/4 inch hole. But before I drill that hole, I've been informed by Mr. Chaos I'm not doing my due diligence, And we haven't been playing, have we? I'm sorry, bud. You drop it, I'll throw it. Huh? Tell you what, I'll come over here and I'll hang out, and you can drop it for me, and I can get it flung across the shop. Over here. No. We're gonna play. Come on, bring it over here. You know better. Come on, drop it right here. Help me out now. Come on. Drop it right here. You want me to throw it, right? Come on. I knew he'd do that. I knew he'd do that. Oh boy, such a character. All right, just for that one, let me get lined up here. I'm gonna send this one out the door. You ready? There you go. Good boy. A little change of plans. I think I want the hole a little bit tighter. It's measuring .245. So I dug around in my reamers and I have a .248. So I'm gonna drill it with a letter B, which is .238, and then we'll finish it with this. So basically that'll give me a nice fit, you know, 1.5 thou fit all around in there. So the knob will feel good, you know, we won't have any little wiggle at all. .248 gauge pin. Nice, that'd be a good fit over there. Huh. I'm all set up to knurl. Now the previous knurling job I did was brass. I don't know if you can see. So I went and cleaned the wheels out the best I could over there at the parts washer, but looks like there's still some particles impregnated into that knurling wheels. So we're going to start here on this part. Hopefully we can get all that out before I get to the important part of it. So we'll see, fingers crossed. Transition is getting me there. off a little bit. Looks good on the part that we're not going to use. Alright. See if we'll just work the good part here. You guys don't see a lot of knurling, so trying to keep the camera rolling and do this in real time. It's not looking too bad. Starting to get some good diamonds, maybe a smidgen more. Alright, I think I'm going to take that. See if I can get you in where you can see it. Not too bad. I'll take it for a thumb wheel. Alright. I'm going to, I think, kiss this edge again because the knurl made it a little bit raggedy, and then we'll part her off. Got the part turned around. I got it in a ER32 collet. I didn't want to cinch down in the 6 jaw and you know, put marks in it. So we'll just do it this way. We'll clean this face up. Get it all. Oh, no, we got one spot. Got it. I think what I want to do is put a recess in here, just have a nice feature, and that way when we mill some slots, so we have basically graduations and places to put numbers too, so we can, you know, reference that. Okay, cool. I mean, it's just kind of a cosmetic feature. Add a little bit of bling to it, but it'd be nice because we got a little bit of recess here for the numbers to go, and also the scribe marks. So here's the knob we made. I did a test fit over there on the bandsaw. It fits nice. So I think the knurl came out pretty good. Got a little bit ugly right there when it came off. Don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but. And so there's that recess we put in there. So now we got to take it over to the mill, drill and tap for a set screw, and then I want to do is, do a cross here and then put some numbers in between, so that way you can see it and reference it, So cool, looking good. Just gonna get her started by hand, tapping quarter 20. I know you guys can't see anything with my big hand in the way, sorry. Alright, I'm going to come through with the bottom and tap, because probably those last couple threads didn't get cut fully, because this tap is a taper and it's bottoming out in that bore. We are back over here at the lathe, so this thumb knob is basically done. I mean, you could, obviously use it as it is and it'd be fine. We're just going to go one step further. This is the old one, where it had the graduations in here, so you got a reference point, if you release the pressure and you pick the saw up and you bring her back down, and you can get her back to the spot that you like, So we're going to do something like that in here on this piece of brass. Unfortunately, I don't have anything smaller diameter, so we got a ways to whittle, but we don't have to go in very far. Take off much. I gotta be quick here. Probably increase the depth. Keep at it. I'll bring you back when I make some progress here. get us to our final dimension. I do believe and break that edge, that'll help. Still got a little bit of an edge, but let's see if that's better than it was. Well, we're there, but it's almost like this has got a little bit of a dome here. Yeah, there we got the little pit is hitting the other little pit. But the diameter's right. Alright, cool. I think you guys can see that pretty good. So what I want to do, I want to etch a line across, and then we'll rotate her 90 degrees and we'll do another one. So we have a nice cross or an X, depending on how you're looking at it. Just have a sharp, basically a just a dead center. So I'm going to go in and we're going to try to go all the way across and see if this works. Alright, that's 7 thou. We may be getting greedy. Let's back her off. We can always go deeper. There's 4.7. Let's see how she's going to do. Over that pip there in the middle. There she goes. Actually, that pip came in handy because I used that to line it up. Hope you guys can still see that. Maybe, maybe not. Alright. Just doing a feel. Actually, it's pretty good. I think I'm just going to go in like I say, a smidge more, maybe about 1 thou or so, and just see if it'll make a little bit cleaner. There we go. So a total of 6. Well, looks pretty good, really. It feels good. All right. Got it rotated 90 degrees. Just using a square. And obviously these lines are just for a reference. Do not have to be precision because they're not, you're not working off of it as an absolute or something. So there we go. That should work. Moved to there. Hopefully that's a little bit better. You can see. Now, if you had a friend with a 3D printer, they could just make one for you. Because I don't have a 3D printer. Alright, let's go back in just a little more. We'll take our cleanup pass across. All right, cool. It's gonna be fast enough. It's not chattering, but it's going to take me till next Tuesday to get through it. We'll be close. Might have to extend my cutting blade. I thought I'd make it. Oh, that's my life. Well, she's almost broke off. Come on, break off. There you go. All right. Let's see if we can stamp some numbers into this without screwing up. Figured they wouldn't come out complete. It's hard to get it exactly when you're hammering. Two came out pretty good. See here, make sure we got a 3 and not a 5. That would be a major bozo. Three came out good. So only one is the one that came out kind of light there at the bottom. Of course, I'll jinx myself. I ain't got the 4 in yet. There's the 4. Alright, so not too bad. I don't know if the light's washing it out or not. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now what I gotta do is get this thing epoxied in. and then we get it mounted on the saw. Well, here is the knob. I think it came out pretty darn good. Just something simple. Hopefully you guys can see the dial there. That worked out. Just the one is just a little bit light right there. I figure if I tried to restamp it, I'd just booger it up. So we'll keep it as is. And obviously it is way better than this thumb wheel piece of crap. So let's get this thing on the saw. What do you say? And we'll get cutting. If I can get her adjusted so I can open her up. There we go. Now I can reach the set screw. Get her locked down here. Sweet. So let's see, I lift her up. And then of course she's gonna come down, and now you can just get the down feed adjusted. Hey Chaos, there's the camera. Say hey to everybody. Trying to get in the shot. Oh, cool. All right. Quick upgrade to the 7x12 saw. You know, if they come with a better thumb wheel, then this saw will be perfect. So it's like 99.9% perfect. Now this should last forever. Work great. And then if this cylinder ever kicks the bucket and I got to replace it, then, you know, I can just take this off and put it on the new one. So we got us a win. Hey, I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the lathe work. And Mr. Chaos, appreciate you watching. Don't you, buddy? And hit that subscribe button if you are not already a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything. I really appreciate it. Helps my little channel grow. And maybe next week, I don't know, depending on how the schedule goes. The weather is nice, but there's calling for some rain tomorrow. So I was going to start painting on the jib crane, but you know, it wouldn't dry in time for me to bring it back in before the rains come tomorrow. So still waiting on a couple nice days. I may prep it and may try to paint the smaller things, and that way I can get them back in. And I just wait on the column when I get better weather. So I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye. Hi. I'm trying to record. Yes. Hi. You're a good boy. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Thank you.